To find the best value dashcam, I'll be going back to school. Driving school, that is. But it's not just me who'll be subject to scrutiny, because I've got 2 dashcams at different prices that will also be under assessment. My premium option from Nextbase uses 2 satellite systems to log your location and can alert emergency services after an incident. All footage recorded is image stabilised and saved to a micro SD card. The front camera is 4K. The optional plug-in rear camera, which I have opted for, is full HD. You can control them both using the 3-inch touchscreen or your voice. The price for the pair is £329.55. This budget Binatone boasts front and rear cameras as standard, but for a quarter of the price, £79.99. While it doesn't offer voice control or image stabilisation, all footage is location stamped thanks to an inbuilt GPS receiver. But there's no touchscreen and no 4K. Will that matter in practice? Putting me and the dashcams through their paces is driving instructor Kate Jones.
Ready for your lesson, John?
Absolutely. I can't wait. She runs Accelerate with Kate, a driving school that's helped over 250 students pass their test in the last 7 years. Kate, do you use a dashcam yourself?
I do. It's great on lessons because we can look back at what's just happened. So I need something that I can get the footage off quite quickly. And obviously we want really good quality.
Excellent. Well, I've got 2 to test out today. First, we've got to get them installed.
OK.
We start with the premium Nextbase. Strip that off, stick that on the screen. And as the mount is magnetic, the unit snaps on in no time. That's the forward-facing camera installed. We put the rear camera in by simply slotting it in like that.
How easy is that?
That's pretty easy. As we'll be driving with both dashcams running side by side, we next get the budget Binatone ready. This one works with a suction cup, and it's got the rear camera built in. It's not a separate attachment.
Oh.
So that's easy to put on.
That was really simple.
Both dashcams use the car's 12-volt power supply and automatically record whenever the engine's running. So we hit the streets of Merseyside. I'm keeping in lane. 45 years on from my first driving lesson. And Kate's really putting me to the test. With a reverse round a corner. A grilling on the highway code.
When does it go 50? Before or after the sign?
After the sign.
There you go.
And some advanced manoeuvres. I'm not sure I need a handbrake at this point. I think I'll be OK. Not forgetting the all-important emergency...
Stop.
After a day of diligent mirror signal manoeuvre, I passed the Kate test with only a few minor faults.
Well done.
Oh, thank you. But how have our dashcams performed? We downloaded the footage from both SD cards to a computer and compared it on 2 identical monitors. First, let's look at this daytime shot by the Liver building.
The Nextbase one is definitely sharper. Would you not say that?
It looks sharper, certainly, yes. And there's a good reason for that. The Nextbase records in 4K resolution, which gives more detail than the Binatone's full HD. The Nextbase has more dynamic range in the picture. You know, the clouds come out well on the...
Yeah, I'd agree, yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on to the emergency stop.
In a moment, I'll get you to drive on as normal, and then I'll give you the signal to stop.
Let's go. This was not only a good test of my reactions...
Stop. Well done, John.
But also a test of whether the dashcam's sensors could detect the rather sudden deceleration.
Quite enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yes. Both units claim to detect rapid changes in speed, like in a collision, and should save these clips in a separate folder on the SD card so they can't be overwritten. But we were in for a surprise. The first thing to say is full stopping from 20 miles an hour is not sufficient a force to trigger either camera into making it think that it's an incident, so it won't protect the footage. While the dashcams did record the emergency stop, stamped with the accurate location data, the footage wasn't saved in a Right Protect folder. So if the SD card got full, this clip would be recorded over and lost forever.
Now, if I had a near miss, I would want that footage to be protected in some way.
Right.
Regardless of what speed that we're travelling.
Next, we wanted to compare the dashcam's rear-facing cameras. And for this, Kate got me reversing round a corner.
This tests your advanced skills now, John.
Looking around...
Maybe look more over your right shoulder.
Yes, I wonder about that.
Yeah.
The Nextbase's plug-in rear cam records in 1080p, while the Binatone's inbuilt one is just 720p.
You did that really well done.
Oh, right, oh, God.
Really well.
But better resolution counts for nothing if the separate rear camera gets disconnected. The Nextbase didn't actually record when we did the exercise. What do you feel about that?
There was a bit of wobble in that rear camera. If you're constantly adjusting that rear view mirror and you knock that camera, it's not really reliable, is it? Whereas the Binatone one was quite easy to use.
Once we had re-established the rear camera connection, the better resolution of the Nextbase was clear. Next, we wanted to see how much detail the front-facing cameras can record. But first, a test of my own eyesight.
Can you read the red plate of that red car in front?
Just NU70 VCE.
That's not just, that's perfect. Because you need to be able to read a reg plate from about 20.5 metres away. But it'd be really interesting to know whether the dash cams would be able to pick that reg up.
With both cams' footage running side by side, we look closely to see if one dash cam records the reg before the other. This is the point where you can see the number plate clearly. It's actually at the same time on the more expensive camera and the cheaper one.
For insurance purpose of it, you can still read the number plate on the Binatone one.
Yes.
From exactly the same place.
Same distance, the same time. It's just as clear. Wow. Our final set of footage to review was recorded after darkness fell. For Kate, it's imperative that dashcams perform well in low light.
40% of accidents happen at night, but actually only 25% of driving's done at night.
Right. The premium Nextbase has a larger sensor, which should, by gathering more light, result in better quality footage. But does it?
The Nextbase one, there seems to be a lot less glare.
Yes, less flare around lights and things like that. Yes.
Yeah, but is there that much of a difference?
Is it really providing you with that much more information? I'm not so sure.
I wouldn't say so.
So, having reviewed all the dashcam footage, Kate and I are left with just one more thing to discuss. Which offers best value for money? The premium Nextbase, costing £329.55, or the budget £79.99 Binatone?